Hello, creatives. Welcome back. I'm outside, so I apologize if it gets noisy. It's been an interesting day creatively. It's time to address one of the worst questions of all. What do you do when your project doesn't work? Because not all of them are gonna. It is extremely disheartening when you pour yourself into something and it just doesn't come together. It's a frustration I know well. Until fairly recently, I was a chronic restarter and never finisher of projects. Telling you the decision to just call it done is one of the hardest in the world, but it is also one of the most essential, but that's a different video. What do you do when your project doesn't work? I have some steps. 1, don't panic. Everybody has projects that don't work. Everybody, yes, even that favorite creator. If something doesn't work, it's okay. It's not the end of anything. It doesn't mean that you are or are not a good creative. You don't have to take it to heart. It isn't personal. It just didn't come together. 2, take some time and look at what didn't work. It may not be obvious right now. You may not be able to figure that out, and that's okay. But you need to take the time to at least analyze it, look at it, read it, study it, turn it upside down, try to figure out what went wrong. Step number 3 is trying to make a plan for starting again in a different way. Now, I'm not asking you to have an outline. I'm not asking you to know exactly what you're going to make and how, but try to plan out some of your steps so that you don't end up retracing the ones that led to project failure. And finally, have mercy on yourself. It'll work eventually. It may look completely different from what you initially intended, but it will eventually work in some form or another. Just like you have to give yourself room to grow and change, you need to give your art room to do that too. Creative, do not panic if it didn't work. You have just joined the ranks of every creative artist, writer, whatever that you love. Put it aside, take a little time to think, and start again. You and your art are worth it. Sit down with me as I go back inside, and together, let's make something new.